done it again. Because I keep taking photographs on my phone. That's what it is. Hello! Good morning! Good morning. I'll be with you in 1 second. Just sorting myself out. You do know, don't you? It's a lifetime's effort to sort myself out. Sorry, just saying bye-bye to Elias and his mummy. They're going off out for dinner, so I found another place to go to. So for the moment, it's just me and Pete. So it's me on here, and I think he's watching some junk on the telly. I don't think he's tuned into me yet. Good morning, good people. Anne and Linda and Judith and Lynn again. Yes, a Linda and a Lynn. So I hope you're all right. And just having a slurp of coffee because it's proper coffee. Lynn Faulkner, if you're there yet. It is, and you can't let good coffee go to waste. Good morning, Margaret and Eileen. I've just grabbed my coffee because it's a proper one. And I'm going to try and drink this while it's still warm. So, bear with. Oh, what do you think about that? Bear with. That drives me crazy. Bear with. And also, so I'm sorry if you say this to me. Morning, Pat Sprout. Bear with. Drives me nuts. And also, so you can torment me with this when I next see you. Bear with, she says again and again. And if that makes sense. It's just one of them things, isn't it? And you think, bear with what? If that makes sense, well, whether it does or not, you have said it anyway. So, but it's a little bit of fun. I'm not angry or anything about it. It's just like, you know, I guess it's like something that I would say. What do I say? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? I say that a lot, don't I? If you know what I mean. So I guess really that's the same as if that makes sense, isn't it? If that makes sense. Oh dear. What we like. Oh, our Kelly's on as well. Everybody's on. All hours are on. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? One big happy family. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Eileen. And good morning, everybody who's come on camera so far. Oh, Tracy Ortiz there as well. Good morning, Tracy. You're there as well. We're all here. Family's all here. I'm having another slip of my coffee because it's proper. And I can't, right back at you, Kelly. I'm sorry, I can't let this coffee go cold because it's wonderful. It's proper and it's great. And I love it. So, I'll have another slurp and then I'll make a start. How is everybody? Are we all right? Are we enjoying the sunshine? It's been a bit of a week, really, hasn't it? I've still got a tired week. Really? I have. I've had a bit of a tired week. You know, when you're not firing on all cylinders, that's another good sentence, isn't it? When you're not firing on all cylinders, but you just can't put your finger on the pulse, can you? You know, it's not my head, it's not my tummy, it's not anything that I can be specific about, but I'm like, am I out of sorts? I don't know whether I'm out of sorts or not. I just feel like I'm not firing on all cylinders. You'll know, those of you who tuned in on Wednesday, that I had a very sleepy day on Tuesday. I haven't had a sleepy day since then because it's sort of been full on. But it's all good nevertheless. The full-ons keep me out of mischief. So, our Kelly's going for a walk later on. And she says, and I hope you're going to have a sit in the garden. Now, those of you that know our Kelly, that will be her way, her sentence to say to me, you best rest now, Mum. You best put your feet up a bit because, you know, it's just sit in the garden and enjoy it. And you know what? I just might do that for a bit. We're having a bit of a late dinner today because Hayley and some of the gang have gone to Skegness. And they're not coming back until 3. So ordinarily we would aim for 2, but we're aiming for 3 today. So we've had a bit of breakfast today because normally I don't bother. So, oh, good morning. No, wait a minute. Oh, Sylvia, that's who I'm going to talk to. Sylvia, good morning. And Roy Beckett, he's managed to get his head off the pillow. Good morning, handsome. How are you? And St Paul's Carlton, who I suspect might be about Sprout, says good morning, everybody. Hello. So that's lovely, isn't it? It's great to see you all here. Thank you for pressing your button and being with me. I know there's lots of people that don't pop up. We have a right good old chat of St Paul's lot, don't we? Oh, I think Lynn Hewitt, you're there as well, aren't you, this morning? So we have a right good chat, and it's all great. It's good to see us. Morning, Mary Moore. Good to see you too. So, but for those of you who may watch now or maybe later on, my name's Wendy Murphy, and I'm a full-time minister at St Paul's in Colton, and that's at the bottom of Colton Hill, and that's facing Tesco's. So we're delighted that you pressed your button to be with us this morning to share. Anybody watch the 10 o'clock, the pre-recorded 10 o'clock? It was Rod and Margaret with Jeff, I believe. So, yes. So I hope that went down well. It was a good one. They're always good ones, though, because we're very blessed at St Paul's. Very blessed indeed, with a great, great team. So, good morning, Margaret Bowler, if I haven't said that already. Took my hair behind my ears because I've washed it this morning. So it's that first day thing where it's all over the place. Good morning, June. June Smith, how are you today? And how's Mike? Good, good, good. So, what am I going to talk about this morning? So I've said who I am. I've said where I'm from. I've said where the church is, and although we're not open at the moment, as you all know, some churches have, I want to wait until as many of us can get together as can get together. So I'm watching and waiting still. So please don't think I'm ignoring it. I'm not. I'm watching and waiting and praying for the right time for us. So it will be great when we're all together, won't it? And as many of us can share. Because even when we go back, folks, there's going to be no singing. There's going to be no tea. I mean, we are going to, obviously have a conversation with each other. But, we have to be really mindful of following those guidelines, because it's really important that we do. And I know some people, not churches I'm not talking about, but I know some people aren't following the guidelines. We were at MacArthur Glen very briefly yesterday. What mad woman goes to MacArthur Glen on a Saturday morning? Well, this one, to get grandson Elias new shoes at the Clarks there, because they're a bit cheaper, aren't they? So, I mean, when we took Aria the week before, we got 2 pairs for the price of 1. Always in for a bargain. Always in for a bargain. So, yeah, so that was good. But we got there about 20 past 10. And we were coming back at 20 past 11 because, I'm not queuing. I'm not queuing for anything. I'm sorry. Oh, no. No, I don't want to do that. So, Mary Moore, I did speak to your brother. He left a beautiful, encouraging message for us. And he shared a couple of memories of St Paul's. And I know you've all got fond memories of being part of St Paul's for such a very long time. So, yes, I did have a couple of conversations with Michael, and it was very good to hear from him. So, I sent him my love, and I sent him all of the love from all of us at St Paul's, because I know you've all got some really many more than I've got, some wonderful memories of St Paul's. So bless. So Pat, I believe, is saying to you, Mary, that she misses you and misses the evening service as well. So I've told you I'm having a tired week. That still is so, really. like I say, I don't think I'm firing on all cylinders, but I think it's just the sheer fatigue of everything. I'm tired. I'm tired this week, and I'm tired of the situation. And it just gets on your nerves, doesn't it? It just gets on your nerves. So if you're a social media fan, you will have seen the hive of activity that's been happening. If you're friends of Gedling Memorial Hall, oh, that's looking pretty spiffing, isn't it? Gedling Memorial Hall had it all done out with new flooring and everything. Looks brilliant from the pictures that have been on Facebook. Really good. So, the other little highlight of the week, I think, if you're a royalist, one of those pictures of Princess Beatrice, just so lovely. Really, really were, weren't they? She did look gorgeous, didn't she? And what a sensible girl with the dress and that beautiful tiara. And how lovely of the Queen, really. I thought she looked stunning. I don't know about you, but don't take much for me to put in a good word for the royals. I think they get a lot of bad stick. They have to live their life in a goldfish bowl. Everybody's watching every little breath they take, and it must be really, really hard for them. So the other thing I want to tell you about is that normally, certainly at this time of year, we'd be buzzing about Breakfast Club. And Pete and I will have already been doing frantic emails and letters to various local businesses, Gedling Borough Council and Sutherland, Nottingham. Would have been raising funds like crazy to do our Breakfast Club for the month. Good morning, Helen Batchelor. So I thought that, so let me get back to Breakfast Club. I'm thinking about the dress and the tiara. So I'll get back to Breakfast Club. So we would normally be a hive of activity, and we would be welcoming people through the doors from the 3rd of Monday the 3rd of August through Monday, Tuesday, Friday. So Pete and I have been racking our brains, really. And so we wondered whether we would try with Derek, he doesn't know this yet, but he will, with Derek doing a poster, if you would like to come to St Paul's and pick up a picnic. What do you think? Picking up a picnic from St Paul's. Now, there may well be other food on offer as well, but what we're going to do, some very lovely ladies, our lovely ladies, are going to sit where, I don't know yet, we need to think about the logistics of it all, but obviously it will be socially distanced, and you can come along and pick up and just come in the doors, the front doors, the porch door as we call it. Come in there, pick up your bag, which will be a packed lunch in, and there'll be labels on what food is, and then we'll go out of the west door, so you're in and out, and there's no stopping. And so, obviously there's no refreshments, unfortunately, but we really felt, because we're such a big part of community, and we are a big part of this community, not just with Breakfast Club, with Food and Fellowship, with Life Begins, with Coffee Mornings, we do everything. And so it seemed right that we shouldn't let August go by without at least trying something. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll have a poster at the bottom of the drive saying pick up a picnic, and you can come Monday, Tuesday, Friday. And I know that the children have got vouchers from school still. And so we'll just give that a go in the first week. I know that Natalie down at St George's, along with Tina, are doing a sterling job down there as well. So it might be that people think, maybe that's not something that we want to be offered. But we're here to serve. We're all here to serve. So pick up a picnic from St Paul's. It's all free, and it's all for you, because we're here to serve you and to love you, because love is a doing word. So that's how we're going to get round doing something for you all. It's not just for the children. Come and pick up a picnic. okay? And then you can go off to the park, or you can take a walk down Collet, and you can sit and enjoy, just like you used to for Breakfast Club. So that's where we're up to now. And the reason I haven't told you about that, it's now only just coming to light. We've had all that in place for a while, but there's a grand scheme going on about some extra food. So I'm hoping that that extra food is going to come our way. And I don't know what that is, and I don't know what that looks like, but it's worth, isn't it, just giving it a go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Another good sentence. Always ask the question. That's me. Always ask the question, because you never know what the answer might be. And if it's no, fair enough. But at least you've satisfied yourself, haven't you, that you've answered the question. So we can't just not do anything, because that wouldn't be St. Paul's at all. So we'll try really hard, and you will have to feed back and tell us what it is that you want. Good morning, Georgina, because I'm going off on a tangent and I haven't said good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. So we're really concerned about our community, as I know St. George's in Netherfield is. So maybe we can box and cox that together. And, you know, if we can give you a box of cereal with a picnic look, I don't know. I don't know what that will look like. I know you're going to pick up a picnic, and then whatever else we can muster up, we'll see how we go. All right. Moving on from Breakfast Club. Spread the word for us. Spread the word. So St. Paul's, pick up a picnic. Let's have a look now where I'm at, because I haven't printed this off today. I'm doing it from, trying to save paper. That's good, isn't it? So Monday, Tuesday and Friday, bring yourself to, oh, I haven't told you a time. I've got it here, but I haven't told you. So from 10:30 onwards, and we'll be there for around an hour. We'll sort of, I guess, make up things, make up the lunches as people want them, more or less. So pick up a picnic sounds awesome. You know, Heather, you are such an encourager. You are fabulous, really fabulous. So yes, pick up a picnic from St. Paul's, and we'll do what we can to help you throughout those 4 weeks of August, that school holiday period. We know it's going to be tough. We know, probably the toughest year yet, and here we are not able to serve you in the way that we would love to, but we're going to do our best. So we're going to share what we've got, because that's biblical, because there are lots of stories in the Bible about sharing, isn't there? In particular, this morning I wanted to share with you about, you might have guessed, a little boy who shared his picnic. He'd gone out with his 5 loaves and 2 fishes, my kind of lunch, or that bread. I'm not doing so very well in the carbohydrate department, I tell you. I have to think of another thing, but I can't think of it yet, because when you're very tired, it's hard to think, isn't it? So, anyway, here we are, 5 loaves and 2 fishes. And because he was willing to share his lunch, it was then that Jesus was able to perform that miracle where he fed from those 5 loaves and 2 fishes 5,000 people. Now, you'll know as well as I do that in Jesus' time, that would have been many, many more, because in Jesus' time, it was just the men's heads that were counted. We'll move swiftly on from that, shall we? The women did an awful lot of work, you know. It's just not right. Anyway, as I say, we'll move swiftly on. So because the boy stepped forward and wanted to share his lunch, Jesus was able to perform that miracle where he fed 5,000 people. Probably more 9, to be fair, with the women and children, but we're not going to split hairs this morning. We know that it was lots and lots of people, and it was an absolute miracle. So just as Jesus uses us to serve our community, Jesus used that little boy, because we often can be left wanting sometimes. I think we can sometimes think that children don't have anything to offer, can't we? We can sometimes get caught up and think, well, it's only kids, what do they know? You know, I've had some really profound moments with children, you know, and the way that Jesus works through them. So we must never discount. And of course, Jesus said, let the children come to me. And actually, you know, we're all children of God. So, there you go. Think about that. So the little boy moves forward. See, he steps forward. Here it is, he says. Take my lunch, Jesus. And of course, we see in the Bible that it's one of the greatest stories ever told. There's three things happening here, isn't there? Number one, the boy's in the right place at the right time. We all know how great that is. What a great feeling that is, isn't it? To be in the right place at the right time. Number two, the boy stepped forward. He was willing to be used by Jesus at and in that moment. Number three, and this is akin to the lady who washed Jesus' hair, poured the oil on his feet and then dried his feet with her hair. The boy gave everything he had, just like that lady. And that's us. We share everything we've got. It's biblical. That's what the first disciples did. They shared everything. And sometimes we think that even as adults, we can't really do anything because what about my little tiny bit? What I do, what's that all about? Oh no, that won't really make a difference, that little tiny thing. And we can think because we can't do breakfast club, we might think, well, it's not worth really putting anything on at all, is it? Netherfield's doing that and school's doing that and this, that and the other. We've still got to play our part. We've still got to step forward. We've still got to feed, you know, we've still got to make that tiny effort. And I really believe that when we make that effort, then God honours that. Just as God honoured that prayer of Jesus when he held up those 5 loaves and 2 fishes. He honoured. Jesus trusted that his Father would perform that miracle, and my word, did he ever. And we step forward, don't we? We step forward. And you're going to step forward to pick up a picnic. Thank you, Pat, for your comments. So the boy gave all he had. His very own packed lunch, his very own picnic. Probably gone out and thought, oh, this is lovely. Thank you, Mother. 5 loaves and 2 fishes, all for me. That's nice. I'm going to have a really nice lunch. And then, no, he shared it. Having the satisfaction. I wonder can you imagine what it felt like? The satisfaction of knowing you've been able to be in the right place at the right time. To step forward, to be used in that moment. That means giving up all that you have. It's a biggie though, isn't it? We can help to make a difference in a small way, all of us, little bits of the jigsaw, and we make a big jigsaw, don't we? Different shapes, different sizes, but actually we're all there in it. Everyone has a part to play. And I know that over these past months, certainly, there have been many, many acts of sharing with others. That with those people who have been, you and me and loads of others, have been willing to be used and shared. And that might even only be sharing of yourself in a telephone call. Popping something in the post for someone to read. Delivering a newsletter. It's all there. It's all sharing. It's all sharing the good news. So how much better would it be for all of us if we could continue in this way, really, with all these little acts of giving and sharing and willingness to be used? And if we were open to continue to being in the right place at the right time. How much better would it be for everyone, for all of us to have what we've got and to share it out? I mean, that little boy had a little, but he willingly handed it over, didn't he? Willingly handed it over for the greater good. So that God, through Jesus, by the Holy Spirit, could do this extraordinary thing. So he had an extraordinary little bit, but through it, because he was willing, because he stepped forward, God was able to do through Jesus that extraordinary thing. And we can also see, can't we, that we're all being used by God as we grow under God's authority. Because remember, Jesus was under God's authority, wasn't he? He looked to him for guidance all the time. I and the Father are one. One. It's quite fitting, isn't it, to talk about a packed lunch today. You got there before me, Pat. It is. As we seek a new way to feed our community. Good morning, Keith Dennis. Good to see you. It's quite fitting to talk about packed lunches as we think about a new way to feed our community in the school holidays, where food poverty is worse now than even in wartime. Really? What, with food banks, we say, with Natalie at St George's? You know, with all those people volunteering down there to put meals on? Really, really, really? It's desperate, isn't it? It's a desperate situation. And never mind, we haven't seen the back of it yet, guys and gals. And we'll leave that there. Really, really, just got to do what we can, where we can. Because food poverty is on the rise. And, of course, we could get caught up with, well, they might deserve it over there. But do they? There must be no discrimination, because Jesus didn't discriminate, did he? If you want a good role model about who you're actually going to help and who you're not, then you better go back and read your Bible. Because he was there for prostitutes. He was there for tax collectors. He was there for Nicodemus, who didn't know which end up he was at any one time. He was there for everyone. And we take our lead from that role model. And we just have to be willing to step forward. So in these pages, hang on, I've got some books down now. I've got some books in my study. Wait there one moment. Here I am. Here I am. I wanted to show you a proper picture, right? Okay, so in these pages, because what's on the front page, what's in the pages of the newspaper. So in this book, in these pages, right, in these pages, you will find stories of every human situation that we ever come across. Weddings, like Princess Beatrice's. Yeah. This week, funerals, lots of them. Fighting, warring, and of course, the overriding message, which is God's message of love, which is why he sent Jesus. Good morning, Hayley Murphy. You've tuned in at just the right moment. The Bible's overriding message is love. And we come across it in all situations, in the Old and the New Testament. And particularly in the New Testament, as Jesus is God's promise. He's God's promise to us. He is God's message of love. He says that, yeah, he sent Jesus down, who of course is God with skin on. So he sent Jesus, right? And you know, when I used to write letters to Pete, I used to put on the back of the envelope, SWALK. Oh, I'm sure somebody will be able to tell us what it is. I'll tell you anyway. Sealed with a loving kiss. That's what Jesus is for us. A loving kiss. He's our love message. And you know, sometimes, oh dear me, honestly, you can look at that photograph, can't you, of those two lovely people, Princess Beatrice and Eduardo, and you can see the picture that has been taken of them gazing lovingly into each other's eyes. Now, we all know that that is not a true picture of love. It's a nice photograph and it's a lovely one, and we've got lots of them around our house too, lovely photographs with everybody smiling. But we all know that that first look of love fades. It does, because otherwise it wouldn't be real. It wouldn't be true. It wouldn't be deep. And so, because real love is so much more than a loving glance, getting your makeup on, sorting yourself out, that's all good and well. But I'm talking about the love that you're right deep down and you're not going to do this for one more day. And actually, I really don't like you very much at the moment. And yet, we still keep on loving, don't we? Love is much more than that fleeting, flirting glance. It's getting up every day, and it's the constant grind of the sameness. Sometimes love is not a pretty sight. It's full of blood, sweat and tears. And if you need a reminder of that, you might want to look at a picture of Jesus on the cross. It's a picture of blood, sweat and tears. As we continue to believe in those, that may have lost belief in even themselves. Oh, we stick with it though, don't we? And we stick with them. And we hold their hand through the scary bits. And those of you that know me, who know me and my family, you will know we've had some real big scary bits. But we're still here to tell the tale, because love is a doing word. We show our love just like we're doing now through this pandemic. Just like the boy did with his lunch. Just like we can do when we're doing those packed lunches throughout August. It's hard. Love is hard. Love is self-sacrificing in every way. Jesus always said, get rid of self. Get rid of self. Fill yourself with me. Because if you're full of yourself, then you're no good to anyone. So it is hard. Love is hard. And I can tell you, folks, we are living testimony as a family just to how hard that love can be and is. But that's real love. That's the getting down and getting dirty So it's really important for us to share even our love. It's really important for us to step forward. It's really important for each and every one of us to do our part, no matter how small. Those little fish were probably like little pilchards, little sprats even. And he might have thought, I'll go away, hide behind that rock and eat these little fish and my bread. I might have thought that too. And my bread to myself. Because there's certainly not enough here to feed everyone. But he took a step forward and he trusted. And he trusted that Jesus was going to do an amazing thing. And under God's authority, Jesus was able to do that amazing thing. We too are here. We too can do amazing things. Please step up and step forward and let God multiply for you. I think it's still wise to stay home, stay safe, and stay well. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you, and all those that you love and care for and maybe still can't see at this moment in time. The Lord be gracious to you and give you his peace. And we ask for this blessing in the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Amen. I've still got proper coffee in my cup and I'm still happy to be here, chatting away. Sorry. Sometimes you just can't help but leak, can you? You just can't. Morning, Yvonne. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm just slurping my proper coffee, Yvonne. I get so involved in my little... Thank you, Mary. Thank you. I had no idea I was going to cry. But there you go. There you go. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Sometimes it's all we can do but leak, isn't it, Tracy? Because I don't know, there's nothing else to do, is there? But pray and leak. Leak and pray. Because we have to believe that God's got his finger on the pulse. Good morning, Barbara Gordon. We're just at coffee time. I'm glad those of you that tuned in liked the 10 o'clock service. Thanks, Sylvia. Yeah, it does do you good to let it out. It really does. I love that, Paula. Did you read that, Tracy? Leaking is the pressure valve. Yeah, we can feel a bit like a pressure cooker, can't we? Take good care, Judith. God bless. Thank you for the minutes. And I'm sorry I didn't reply to the previous email. Sorry. Tough week, as you might imagine. Tough and tired. Tired and tough. You can take your pick, really. Dear. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, I did have a conversation with Pauline last night, Lynn, as well, just to say, good morning, Liz Tetley. We're just on coffee time. So, yeah, I just had I had a conversation with Pauline, and yeah, so we're going to go for pick up a picnic, and we'll see how that goes. Oh, that's the gift of tears, I think, Barbara Gordon. When you cry in your tears. Hey, Floss, that's our Freya. I'm doing all right. So our Elias and I'm doing all right, Hayley. Elias and Ria have gone to Ellen and John's for dinner. So we're a bit depleted until you come back, Hayley Murphy. Chloe's just come home with Carter. So there's the 4 of us at the moment. It is. So I'll see you Wednesday evening. Yes, indeed, Tracy Orty. Have a good day. So we're all right. Oh, I had a Bible right here all the time. I've got quite a few different Bibles, really. I don't think it matters how many Bibles you have, do you? I particularly like this one because this one's got lovely, lovely pictures. There's a lovely one, look, of David and Goliath. You see that one there? It's great. It's good to have a picture, isn't it? Well, I might have a picture on Wednesday if I can find one that's fitting. Oh, yes, Freya. What's happening is Pat's hoping to get a Zoom meeting going for you, Freya and Jacob. Oh, dearie me. Jacob, Freya and Isla. We're going to Zoom in, we are, and have a conversation. Yeah, well, I'm sure, Sylvia, that, you know, the more help, the merrier. I have no idea what it will look like. I only know we're going to make up these picnics and we're going to have them in a carrier bag, and we'll see how that goes. I mean, take care, Mary. God bless, and love to your Michael. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. So, you're going to be a bit earlier then? Then we won't have dinner till 3 because we've had breakfast now, Ayla. I'm sorry. So, oh, everybody's missing you, Freya and Jacob and Isla. We're all missing each other, aren't we? We are. Indeedy. Finish my proper coffee. It's quite nice, this one as well. I didn't know. I'll have to have a look at the make on it. Just get the one that's on offer, usually. Unless I'm feeling a bit flushed, I just usually get the one that's on offer that time. Or if you've had a full English, you won't be ready till 3, will you? So that's all right. Well, nothing's on yet. It's all prepared, obviously, because Dad's prepared it. So, well, we've just had sausages, Ayla. You know. Take good care, Sylvia, and I'll be in touch. Oh, that's lovely. Floss. Oh, you're all fading fast now. You are. It's the peeling of the potatoes or the whatever else it is you might be doing. Take good care, Helen. It's good to hear from you. Oh, you get just before you go, Helen. You get is your newsletters coming through the door? Thank you, Yvonne. Yeah, I'm okay. You know, it's life, isn't it? Family and life, and not being able to do the church thing properly, and it all gets caught up in the great big wheel of emotion and just goes round and round. And you've got to follow the guidelines, and I'm going to follow them so as many of us can be in them together, so we're all together. Thank you, darling. Oh, have a good day, Pat. Enjoy Williams, and you too, Eileen. Take good care. Take care, guys. God bless now. Good to be with you. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. There's a hug right, a socially distanced hug right back at you as well. Take good care, Lynn Hewitt. Have a blessed day. And there you are, you're fading fast now. I'll let you all go and get on with your day then. Back here Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Please do spread the word about Pick Up a Picnic from St Paul's, and we'll see how that goes. It's important that we do something. Take good care, everyone. Stay safe. God bless.